Okay, hello to everyone. Good evening. Hope everyone is doing fine on this beautiful day, Monday, the beginning of the week. So this is why millions of drivers are being mistreated that's driving for these rideshare platforms like Lyft and Uber. Okay, a computer algorithm was created for these rideshare platforms. Okay, through various studies, while they was creating this computer algorithm, they found that a lot of people were complaining about the fares of cabs, right? And buses, you know what I mean? So what they decided to do was they needed to create a demand so that these algorithms can pop, right? What better way to do it than to offer riders, to create a campaign to offer riders a cheaper fares at least 75 to 80% of the time. This made the algorithms pop, right? We all know that nothing is good if it doesn't have a great marketing plan, right? So the campaign that they created was to offer riders cheaper fares 75 to 80% of the time. That made the algorithm on these platforms pop. Now, when you have an algorithm that's popping with a major demand for riders looking for cheap rides, then they create a campaign to attract drivers with their own cars, right? To come in and drive and make $30 an hour or make $40 an hour in your area, right? And give you a guarantee and all of that to attract the drivers to come to the platform so that they could service that demand of riders that they created with the cheaper fares, right? Now, the riders don't even realize that the cheaper fares that they're paying are hurting the drivers because everybody wants something for nothing, right? So the riders don't care because they paid cab companies so much money for so long and transit systems so much money for so long. They feel good to get this type of break with these companies, with these algorithms, with these companies, with these computer algorithms that has created a demand in their systems with these cheaper fares, right? They don't care. The riders don't care. Hey, it ain't me. I'm just riding. I'm glad to get cheaper fares to get where I need to go, right? All right? Well, the drivers are being hurt. Now, in a sense, is actually pitting the riders and the drivers against one another. If you get what I'm saying, right? So by creating a campaign for drivers to service all of that demand that they created in the first campaign, right? To attract riders to the algorithm, they got all this cheap fares going on, and the drivers out here putting all this wear and tear on their cars. The gas prices is going up all over the world. The drivers are barely making it, right? They won't balance out the cents per mile that they offer to pay the drivers in this business structure that they have. So it's just like the systems are designed to be rider friendly. Everything's geared towards the rider. And the platforms itself and their investors, the people that hold the stocks in their company. The driver is the oil that makes the engine run. The driver is doing all of the heavy lifting. And why would so many drivers around the world, why would millions of drivers around the world be mistreated the way they're being mistreated by these platforms, right? By these rideshare platforms, Lyft and Uber, right? Well, this is why. Those computer algorithms were created to have as minimal human interaction as possible. Meaning, they created a system that's going to print money 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, right? To print money, right? With as less human interaction as possible. Lyft doesn't have a customer service where a phone number that you can call. I can't speak on Uber because I haven't driven for Uber yet, but I've people that I know that drives for Uber, and whatever system Uber has over there is bad. You know what I mean? All right. Well, you know, these computer algorithms were created, and we all know that computers are cold-hearted, right? They had these computer programmers program these algorithms with strict guidelines based on the business structures of these rideshare companies, Lyft and Uber. So most of everything between a driver and the platforms that they're driving on, whether it's Lyft or Uber, is running through a computer algorithm or a computer system, right? Even the operator and the customer service duties for these platforms have been outsourced to foreign-speaking people that's going to recite to you stuff from the website or scripted messages that's already been pre-prepared. Some of you drivers, you notice that when you send them, when you speak with them about something, that most of the stuff that they come back to you with is something scripted, and you never really get an answer to some of the questions that you're asking, right? So these computers are cold-hearted, and this is the reason why so many drivers are being mistreated around the world. A lot of drivers are being kicked off of the platforms because the computer algorithm allows customers to make false accusations against the driver, and they have structured guidelines in these algorithms that will kick you completely off of the algorithm during investigation, okay, over a false accusation, you know? And they'll tell you, when you ask them, how could you do this? They'll say, well, we take all complaints serious. So what does that mean? That this is geared towards the rider, right? Driver don't have no sense, so you try to explain your side of the story, but you're still suspended until whatever investigation they do that they say they're doing is complete, right? This is cost you money and days out of work. You know what I'm saying? Due to false accusations. And this is how these systems are designed. You know, if the things I'm saying, right, not true, then why is there so many riders in different parts of America that's protesting, right? So people are being mistreated at an alarming rate, all by computer algorithms. You got a computer algorithm that's controlling millions of drivers 24 hours around the clock, 7 days a week. It's a cold-hearted situation. And then, you have some people that's probably going to look at this video and say, well, why are you driving for them? Everybody can't quit. That does not mean that you have to shut up and drive. The things that you may tell someone can help them, right? Make a decision as to whether they want to drive on the platform or not. You can't tell a person not to drive on the platform, but what you can do is you can take the knowledge that you have acquired as a driver and the things that you see that's not right, and you can put it in an education form that can help someone that may need to drive on the platform for whatever financial purpose they need. The majority of my videos are for new drivers and future drivers on the Lyft platform. You old drivers and you people that's driving to supplement your incomes, your checks, and what have you. You can look at the videos if you want to, what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure everyone is going to have some type of comment. That's cool. Hey, that's why I put the videos out there. You have the right to comment on what you want. But everybody's results are going to be different. Everybody's monetary gains that they're making on these platforms are going to be different as well, because a lot of factors comes into play. So can't no one tell me that what I'm saying is wrong, because there's millions of other drivers that would agree with what I'm saying, because they're actually going through it on a day-to-day basis. I want to educate you new drivers and you future drivers, okay? Not tell you not to drive for Lyft or Uber. I want to educate you. I'm going to get out here and I'm going to drive every single day. And when I feel like it's something that I know can help you, if you decide to drive on this platform or Uber, then I'm going to give it to you. You understand what I'm saying? So until my next video, hey man, keep your head up. I'm going to bring you jewels. And I commend all the other YouTube channels that's making $2,000 a week, $3,000 a week. Hey, I hope everybody can get to that. You know what I mean? But people, please remember, it's a lot that come with that $2,000 and that $3,000. And we ain't talking about you gonna make that kind of money in 2 or 3 days. We're talking about driving 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, with no rest. Who want that kind of lifestyle? Maybe you do. Hey, maybe you're a go-getter. Maybe you got some things you need to take care of. I commend you and said, go for it, baby. But you won't have a life, But hey, sometimes life isn't important. Money is more important, right? Nah. So people, until I come back with the next video, like I said, keep your head up. I wish everybody good luck. I accept all comments. I'm not gonna it's not gonna rattle me. It's open for comments. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? My goal is to help people that may need to drive on this platform for a short period of time or what have you, whatever they need to do. You know what I'm saying? I want to educate you all on things I did not know, right? So, keep your head up and let's get this bread, baby.